Okay, we're going to add a topo surface, which is basically we're going to add some grass so that when we take our pictures from the outside, it's not a house floating in the middle of nowhere. We're going to add the topo surface. So we're going to add it to the site plan. So under this, you go to site here. And we haven't done anything on this one before, but we're going to add the topo surface. And basically, it says over here, place points to create the surface. We want to add this so it's kind of a circle around our house and kind of a biggish circle to go around it, something about like this size. These we can come back later and I can add more. I can come back and say, oh, that's not far enough. I can add as many as I want here. Once you're done, click your check mark. And remember, if you want to, you could always change this to realistic or shaded or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and go right to my 3D view. And you'll notice that it's added this green part there. If I take and tilt it a little bit with my shift and my center wheel, I can click it so that I can get topo surface. And as you do your pictures, you're going to want to have the pictures where it looks like it's grass. If you want it to be where you can see like some blue sky behind your house, you may want to come back in and adjust your topo surface so you get that impression. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause and do that here. So to adjust my thing, I'm on my site plan again. I can click on my surface and then I do edit surface. Now I can take each one of these little dots, I can pull it in, I can move it out, whatever I need to do. Okay, so I've adjusted a little bit, so if I was to do this, I'd have like nice area here, and I could have a sky behind there later. Now what you might notice is that currently it looks like it's sitting on a big pile of dirt. Grass would be so much prettier. So let's go in and change that. So I'm going to click on the surface. Notice how when I highlight the edge, I get the edge highlighted and it'll be blue there. And then I can go in here to material category and I can change it by clicking on the three little dots. It's just like every other material we've picked. Notice there's no grass over here. How do we get a new material? Just like we did on other things. And click right here. Oh, sorry. First I want to do new material, grass. Now click here, so I'm going to pick what that grass is. I could choose grass, or I can come over here. See if, don't see plant, let's try grass. Okay, so I typed in grass here, and I'm going to pick the first one or the second one. You can test out both of them. You can see over here what it's doing. Sure, that one looks good. And I did name it already as grass, so we're going to apply that here. And when I click off of it, look, now I have some beautiful grass here. What you may notice is it seems like part of my porch here, and in fact part of my wood floor inside, keeps disappearing just slightly because my grass out here is going over the top of it. A super easy way to fix this is to highlight this and then put a height offset of like 0.5 inches. It'll just move our floor up just a tiny bit so that it's always on top. I'm going to do the same thing over here as well. Upset it just a ½ inch to raise it up just a ½ inch so that I'm sure that it's above my grass. Literally could do just a tiny bit and it'll make it above the grass. So now I've got my concrete porch here and my floor all set with my grass.